আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছ নিশ্চয়ই তোমরা?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, ওকে। আচ্ছা, আমার কম্পিউটার স্ক্রিন তোমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
কি লেখা আছে বলো তো স্ক্রিন?
Program versus software.
হ্যাঁ, মানে স্ক্রিনটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ, তাই তো?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, তাহলে আমরা স্টার্ট করছি। So that is the first class for software engineering principle. So first of all, what is the difference between the software and the computer program? Basically, we are very much or frequently use the term software and also the program. The program that is generally used for academic or research purpose. In case of software, it is generated mainly for business purpose. there is a basic difference between the software and the program. So you are all familiar with C program. In your data structure lab, you are using the C compiler for executing the different properties of data structure and algorithm. Now, in your laptop, desktop, computer, or your tab, use different kind of software like Windows operating system, Linux operating system, etc. etc. So, what is the difference, basic difference between the software and the computer program? So, computer program not use generally the SDLC model, software development lifecycle model. Directly, the problem or rule is given and you are generating the computer program and execute the computer program. Check the output by the compiler. Now, in case of software development, before development, you have to find out different strategy how to develop the software product, because it is generally developed for the business purpose. So if the software is developed and if the software product is not satisfy the end user, that means the customer, then the end user or customer may reject the product. So as it is the business part or business concern, so overall project that will be in failure mode. So before developing the software product, you have to use different kind of parameters, different kind of protocols to ensure that the end product or last product, that means the software, the newly developed software product, will be error free, so that the end user, that means the customer who will purchase the software product, may use the product in error free mode. So that is one of the difference between program and software. Just use the real life example. In your C lab or in your data structure lab, the problem is given. Just use the problem or given data. You are writing the C program, Java program, or C++ program and execute that one. So that is not for business purpose. That is only for academic purpose. So generally not use the different kind of software engineering principle. And in case of, for an example, suppose you are using the Windows operating system. Today Windows 10. So you are the buyer of Windows 10. Pay for the Windows 10. So you are the end user or customer of the Windows operating system or Microsoft. So before timely admit online class to the online class. So before selling the product, the software developer check the business product, and finally release the product for end user. So that is the difference between program and software engineering. Sorry, software product. Now, if we consider a Venn diagram to describe the difference between program and the software product, then we can observe this type of picture. Check the picture. So the entire region is for software product. So under the software product, there is a part of program with proper documentation and operating procedure. So now we can say that from the view of software engineering principle, the software product is the collection of program with proper documentation and the operating procedure. Now, the program that is the subset of software product, and it is also the part of overall system. Now, what is the documentation? So what is the documentation part? Documentation part, that means different kind of activities which are related with the software product are listed. So the criteria how to use the software product, what are the limitation of the software product, how to execute the product, these are written in the documentation part. Now another part, operating procedure. How to operate the software product, that means user's manual also given there. So we can say that software product which are commercially used is the part of documentation, operating procedure, also the part of program. So as a whole, we can say that software is a collection of program, documentation, and different kind of operating procedure. So here we can see, we are able to see what type of documentation are used in software product. That means it is packaging. So in documentation part, there is the analysis part, design part, implementation part, and the testing part. So one by one we are considering this. So first, initially the analysis section. So here formal specification, context diagram, data flow diagram, these are all considered. So here formal specification, that means what are the raw material for this product, that is given. Context diagram, how users, basically end users, interact with the software product, that will be given in context diagram. We will discuss the context diagram, level 0 diagram, etc. in details for the later class. So now another one, data flow diagram. If we consider the software is a process, so how data are processed, data are moved from one module to another module, how this is done, that will be discussed by data flow diagram, DFD diagram. We will also discuss data flow diagram in another class. So these are the part of analysis section. Now, design section. Two types of design are available for the software product. The conventional method, a straightforward method, and another one, object-oriented or OOPS method. So today generally OOPS concepts are used for developing the software product. The advantage is that if we are using the module-wise configuration, then whenever error are found, then only the specified modules are corrected, not required to change the entire code of the system. That is the main advantage to use the object-oriented concept or OOPS concept. The conventional method, top to bottom approach, and if error are found, then change or modification of code may be done to the entire program. So that is very difficult for large volume program. So today generally use object-oriented concept. So here in design part, flowchart used to check the data flow. ER diagram or entity relationship diagram are used. What is entity? Any real life object, that is called entity. So if there are lots of entity found in the software architecture, then there must be some kind of relationship. So ER diagram is used to maintain the relationship, the entity relationship diagram, ER diagram. So that is also very important. Software oriented concept always use ER diagram, data flow diagram, context diagram, etc., to check the overall activity of the system. Next one is the implementation. So as it is the part of documentation, so source code listing are given. So source code are given. If developers want to change or modify the code, that is also available. Cross-reference listing, from where you are getting the overall source code, or is there any predefined data where the system apply for execution purpose. These are also listed, that is called cross-reference listing. So that is also given. Last one, that is the most important, testing. Test data, test result. Suppose a real life example, in a execution mode or running mode, a software is able to execute 10 process. If you are providing 5 case for execution purpose, that is okay. 7, that is okay. So if the limitation break, that means if you are executing 30 process at a time, maybe the result, the expected result varied, number one. Number two, the overall system, the software system may be in failure mode. That means unable to execute any result. So these are the testing case, testing data analysis, and the testing criteria, and also limitation of the system. So the limitation of the system, that will be also given. Okay. So these are all under the documentation part, this part. So program the source code with proper documentation. Now move to the last part, that is the operating procedure. So operating procedure, the name already implies the functionality of this area. So operating procedure give the proper definition how to operate the software product. So user manual and operational manuals, these are given. So under the user manual, system overflow, beginner's guide tutorial, and reference guide, these are all given. So system overview, the overall system are given. The system view, real life example, suppose you are purchasing Windows 10 operating system. So what are the criteria to smoothly run or execute the Windows 10 in your laptop or desktop machine? May be given minimum 4 GB of RAM required, DDR3 or DDR4 RAM required, 32 GB hard disk HDD required. Okay, and x86 architecture for your computer mandatory. So these are the system overview mandatory to run or install the Windows operating system. These are given how to operate the system. If you are using 1 GB or 2 GB RAM, you are unable to install Windows 10. If you are using Windows 10 in 32-bit system, then you are unable to properly execute the Windows 10 operating system. So these are the limitation, and in the user manual section, these are all listed. Reference guide also given. Okay, that means the history of the Windows operating system, that will be also given when the product is launched for commercial purpose. The different criteria of the system all are given. Beginner's guide tutorials, how to install the operating system. If we are considering real-time example, real life example for the suppose Windows 10, so how to install the Windows 10, that is also given. How to get the password, or how to install in standalone machine, how to install in the server, that are given in the beginner's guide section. Operating manuals, installation guide, system administration rules, what are the limitation, how to install the system for different mode, all are given. That means simply we can say that operating procedure provide the data how to operate the newly purchased software product. So here we can understand the difference between the software and the program. In your C lab or data structure lab, just write the program, execute the program, and check the output. These are not required, as these are only for commercial purpose, for teaching and learning procedure. But software product is the commercially executed product. So end user, the customer in software engineering principle, customer is called the end user. End user means the buyer of the system. Suppose you are using Windows 10 operating system. So you are the buyer of the system, purchaser of the system. So you have to know the basic overview, basic system, basic operation to the newly purchased software product. So that is the difference between software product and the program. So software product written here, software product, program, documentation, and operating procedure. The collection of program, documentation, and the operating procedure. Now that is covered, and now we move to the very important stage, the software characteristics. Software characteristics not like any other materials. So just check the properties of software. It is called the bathtub curve. Check the curve. Check the curve here. So there is a initial stage, next stage, the useful life phase, and then another curve, that is the last phase, that is called warehouse phase. So whenever we are using any type of software product that is use these characteristics, the bathtub characteristic. So check the property. So here graph, the pictorial view or graph that is designed by failure intensity versus time. So in y-axis, failure intensity is given. In x-axis, in horizontal line, the time is given. So here, the technical term arises, what is failure intensity? So failure intensity is the time or unit of time where the failures are observed. For a specific time period, the number of failures or problem observed. So according to time versus failure intensity, we have observed this type of pictorial view. So discuss this one. So just use the practical example. Suppose Windows 10 launched. So mid 2010, 2015, 2014 or 2030, Windows 10 launched by the Microsoft Corporation. Now, during the launching time, there are lots of problems received by the users, the end users. So there are lots of difficulty. So failure intensity is high. Initially, the change or modification of the source code, that is very frequently used due to the failure intensity. Check the first part of this graph. So failure intensity is very high whenever time is concerned. Suppose in the origin that will be 2013 or 2014. So 1 to 2 years failure intensity high, and this type of curve we have received. So after the launching of 2 or 3 years, the failure intensity reduce. That means developer or programmer of the Windows 10 operating system modified. For this reason, alpha version, beta version are available. Failure intensity reduced. So after that, 3 to 4 years, we have received the useful life phase. Useful life phase means smoothly execute the Windows operating system. No such major issue or major difficulty found. Okay, so that is called the useful life phase, the middle part. So here failure intensity obviously reduced. So after 3 to 4 years, then again due to platform change, due to changing behavior of the end user or the customer, the requirement of the end user or customer, the failure intensity increase. That means also required to the modification or to change the system. So last part, that is called warehouse phase. So in this last part, new version of the Windows may be launched or replace the software product. So in this portion, the last part, warehouse phase, replace the software. So all the software product undergoes by the software characteristics. Just use another example. Windows 95 launch, use 3 to 4 years, then modification, new version available Windows 98. So Windows 98 launch, run 3 to 4 years, then failure intensity increase and obviously replaced by Windows XP. Windows XP in a similar fashion execute Windows XP also introduced, then 3 to 4 year use and then replaced by Windows 10. So several versions of Windows operating system available. All type of software products undergo to this property that is called bathtub curve. Okay. Now move to the failure intensity versus time graph. The properties is written here. Failure intensity is high. It is expected to test the product in the industry before delivery. The second phase is the useful life phase, where failure intensity is approximately constant and is called useful life phase. Just check the property. This region is the useful life phase. Clear? So, three curves are available. This is the point curve. That is the point of curve. And third one, this one. So again, at the last stage of the wear-out phase, we are also observing same type of curve. Modification is done for the software product. So whenever introduce a new software product, obviously follow these characteristics. So again, another bathtub curve available. So that is the general property of software product. And technical term, failure intensity. What is failure intensity? For a given time period, the number of failures or error are counted. So that is called failure intensity. If failure intensity increase, then the software product that is not reliable, that is not accepted by the end user. Here, end user means the customer who will purchase the software product, the buyers, the end users. Technically, in software engineering principle, end users means the buyers, the purchaser. And obviously, the third stage written, after a few years, intensity will increase due to wearing out of component. Wearing out means changing behavior of the end user. Requirement for new features, change the environment where execute the software product. Very common example. If you are purchasing a laptop today, all are 64-bit operating system only able to install. Suppose you are purchasing a i5 laptop and you are trying to install Windows XP. It is not possible to load the Windows XP in your newly purchased laptop, because Windows XP developed in 32-bit operating system. Your laptop architecture, your computer architecture, that only support 64-bit operating system. So you are unable to load Windows XP. So today Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows XP all are cancelled by the Microsoft Corporation. Never use this operating system. You have to use Windows 10. Okay. So these are all the part of software engineering industry. If new product is not launched, the software industry unable to gain the profit. So time by time, new products are launched. So you have to know the general properties of software engineering. Now today we are all using different kind of software product. System software, the Windows operating system, example. Real-time software for weather forecasting software. We are all too much habituated with Android apps. So for real-time software, the example Windy. For weather forecasting, we are using the Windy apps. You are able to get the current weather report forecasting also. The embedded software, WinCE, the example. Business software, SAP. Personal computer software, Winamp, Windows Media Player, etc. etc. Artificial intelligence software, that is also inbuilt into different hardware product. Suppose you are using a video player, you are using the washing machine, the programmable refrigerator. So all are the part of artificial intelligence software. Proceeds, the example. Web-based software, pre-SOI or any other software. Engineering and scientific software, MATLAB, the Matrix Lab, Prolog, C, C++, LabVIEW. These are all the part of engineering and scientific software. So different areas are available. Different areas use different type of software product. In airlines, lots of software used. In automobile section, different software used. So in traffic signal, the artificial based software product used. Real-time software also available. So these are all the different kinds of software product. Without software today or the modern life, that will be very challenging. Now, the role of management in software development. So it is the duty of any software industry to design the new software product and also maintain the software product. So there are 4P model. There are 4P model to organize the newly developed software product. So here, people, product, process, and project. So these are the 4P of the software management system. Initially, or the first one, that is people. Second one, the product. Third one is the process. and fourth one is the project. So these are all the dependency order. These are maintained by 1, 2, 3, 4. All check the model, the component of the model, all are started by P. People P, product P, process P, project P. So 4 P's are available. For this reason, it is called 4P model. And the dependency order given 1, 2, 3, 4. So first one, people. So in a software project management, the employees are the people of this model. So here, manager, the leading role that is provided by the software manager, the team manager. Without a good team manager, it is not possible to develop a software product which is error-free. So the project manager plays a vital role. Number one. Number two, other people, the employees. Second one, the employees means the team. Different teams are developed. So according to activity, three types of employees are available. The very skilled or experienced person or employee, and second one, newcomer. Third one, mixed. Not the newcomer, but not so much skilled employee. So these three types of employees are mixed, and a mixed culture or sandwich team culture is concerned in the software project management. Another people, the end user, the purchaser. So finally, the error-free product that will be delivered to the customer, the buyer or purchaser. So there are 3 to 4 types of people are attached with the software management. Now second one, the product. The product, in a simply, we can say that the error-free finally developed software product. So in a mixed team culture, parallelly execute the different modules of the work team and develop the software product. Third one, process. How to develop the software product, newly software product. Two conventional way available, straightforward way. Another one is OOPS concept, object oriented. Module wise or modular programming concept used to develop the software product. Advantage for the modular concept or object oriented concept is that if we divide the entire programming part or source code into different modules, then we have observed the error or bug very easily. Only specific module is selected, then modified or debug the code so that the entire source code is error free. That is very easy concept. If we use the conventional method in a straightforward way, we are designing the software product, then if the error found, then maybe need to change or modify the entire source code. So time much more required. So time related with money. So it is much more expensive. The overall activity that will be slow down. So today, use the modular programming concept. The entire activity divide into different area and parallelly execute the overall process so that timely able to hand over the product to the end user. The project last one in the dependency order, last one is the project. So the entire operation under the project management. So entire the people, the product, the process, the entire thing up to the delivery of the software product under the project system. So that is dependency order 4. So 4P model describe how to deliver the software product starting from the development. So that is called 4P model. That is very important. 4P model. What do you mean by 4P model in the software engineering principle? So you have to describe the role of people, role of product, process, and project. So these are given here. People, the description is given. What is the role of manager? What is process? What is project? All are given here. Okay, so that is the first class of your software engineering principle. Okay, so the book, that is textbook, Rajiv Mal, Software Engineering, Rajiv Mal. I will give you the soft copy of this book. Today I will upload in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so today that is for the introduction class of software engineering. আর কিছু বলার আছে বলতে পারে, আমি তাহলে ক্লাসটা স্টপ